He's collected any water onto his tyres. It's cost him about 4 seconds at least by the looks of it. So Cribben now with a healthy lead over Philpott. All right, so your lead around turn 2 into turn 3. Philpott. Gap between those two is 4.7 seconds. Fastest man on track is John Philpott, pumping out a 23.1 earlier in this race. Marshall in the middle. There's all clear. Oh, thank you very much, mate. All right, so your leader, Ben Cribben. Catch back up with him. There he is. Round turn 2, over the tabletop. Front rhythm section, he goes. Second place, John Philpott. Check the gaps, he comes across the loop now. 11 seconds to spread right out. So through the chicane goes your leader. Through the short shoots, onto the front straight again now. He goes the dark blue X-ray buggy with white wheels. Around turn 2, Carl looking dialed in now. 23.6 last time around. Fast lap for him is 23.4, so pretty consistent fast laps out there. John Philpott in P2. Fastest man on track is John with a 23.1 second lap. But he is currently 12.5 seconds behind your leader. 23.5 again for Ben Cribben. He's still got plenty of pace out there with less than a minute on the clock, drivers. Under a minute to go. John Philpott down the front straight now. Gap this time 12.3, so remains about the same. Identical lap times between first and second, but a massive gap to rein back in. Cone of shame, claiming another victim out there. 30 seconds on the clock, drivers. Just over 30 seconds left to go. Five seconds left on the clock, drivers. Final 5 seconds left to go. Cross the line, you'll be done. Robert Rutledge, you were caught at the loop. John Philpott, you are finished in second place. Jimmy K, you are done. Cross the line, drivers, you'll be done. Oh, you've got a car flying off the track there. Ben Cribben coming home to take the win in heat number 2 of 4-drive buggy. Just a couple of cars still live. Just waiting on Noah Carter still. Got Noah Carter still live. Okay.
Trick Carter. Lachlan Donnelly. Jeffrey Mackie. Brad Burka. Aiden Young. Ethan Jen. Lachlan Williams. Dallas Gardner.
All right, drivers from the previous race should be out to Marshall. Drivers from the previous race
Wilbur.
straight out to Marshall, guys. Onto the grids, drivers. Onto the grids.
Stuart McMahon.
So front straight is closed as soon as we got Finn Aiken. Looking for Finn Aiken to check in still. So front straight is closed. Start grid them up, drivers.
Minute to the start of the race.
So running order should be Lockie Donnelly, Brad Vercoe, Dallas Gardner,
35 seconds to the start of the race.
Lachlan Williams in 4, Jeffrey Mackie in 5, Stuart McMahon in 6, Patrick Carter in 7, Finn Aiken was still missing, should be in P8, Ethan Zeng in P9, Aiden Young in P10, and Will Bryan
Seconds to the start of the
in
race.
P11. Just chuck it across the loop, mate, and then onto the grids.
Finn Aiken.
Sweet. Position 8, Finn. Yep. Alrighty, drivers, we are ready to go racing. Alrighty, drivers, we're going racing on the sound of the tone. Off and running. Forward drive, Buggy, heat 3 of 3. Your TQ driver so far. Top seed, Lachlan Donnelly onto the back straight. See what he can do out there. A couple of cars stuck upside down before the front double. Brad Vercoe under all kinds of pressure from Dallas Gardner out there at the moment. Those two going into the straight. Meanwhile, Lockie Donnelly, he's run. He's checked out and gone early in this one. Talk about a whole shot after the first lap. He's got about a 4-second lead already. So Dallas up into P2 now over Brad Vercoe. Brad dropping down to P5 by looks of it. Lockie Williams with a good run. Up in P3. Someone's hit the cone of shame once again. It's getting a workout once again today. So the battle to watch for going over the front rhythm section. Oh, Lockie Williams loses everything out of his car. Battery, body, the whole works. Marshall, we'll get you to just leave it, mate. Yeah, just leave it. One minute 30 to go. Sorry, 1 minute 30 down. 3:30 to go, drivers. 3:30 to go. Caution onto the straight. Caution onto the straight. Oh, it's Lachlan Donnelly on his roof. So, Lockie Donnelly, big mistake there. Cost him a couple of seconds. Still looks like he has a fairly healthy lead. 6 seconds to lead. Back to second place of Dallas Gardner. Two minutes down, 3 minutes left on the clock. Drivers, fastest man on track is Lachlan Donnelly into 22nd bracket, 20.9. Coming up to the halfway mark now. Drivers Lachlan in 1, Dallas in 2, Brad Vercoe in 3, Jeff Mackie up in P4. Patrick Carter having a great run up in P5. Stuart McMahon in P6. Will Bryan in P7 from P11. Aiden Young in P8. Finn Aiken in 9. And Ethan in 10. Caution in the back straight. Caution into the back straight. That's all clear. All clear. Brad Verco putting down his PB lap last time to try and catch up on Dallas Gardner. Those two are closing in together. Catch up with them. So going towards the front straight now. Brad Verco, nothing between him and Dallas. Both drivers putting in their PB lap last time by. A 23.9 for Dallas Gardner. A 23.7 for Brad Verco. So those two going through the chicane now. Gap down to 1.3 seconds. They hit the loop last time, but Brad on a charge. 1 minute 20 as they hit the loop. Mistake there from Brad. Cost him a couple of seconds. Not too much though. Caution before the double. That is all clear. So Dallas with a little bit more of a gap now. Gap last time by around was 0.4 of a second. Lachlan, he's checked out, gone. Putting a lap on most of the field. He might even put a lap on the entire field. Less than a minute now on the clock. Gap between second and third, 1.4 seconds now. Brad with a heap of speed though. He's quite a bit quicker than Dallas, but Dallas just putting nice consistent laps down. Onto the back straight goes Dallas. Brad V only getting separated by Lachlan Donnelly. So Lachlan putting a lap on second place now. A lap on the field for Lachlan Donnelly. 30 seconds to go, drivers. 30 seconds to go. Gap between second and third closes down to 1.4 seconds now. Brad with a slight mistake there and a little bit too wide after that tabletop. They should get one more lap in quite comfortably. Lachlan Donnelly, your leader, coming onto the front straight now with 15 seconds on the clock. 10 seconds to go now, drivers. 10 seconds to go. Battle to watch. Closest battle on track between Dallas Gardner and Brad Verco. Second and third going through the front rhythm now. Careful there. We've got second and third right there onto the back straight. Blue car. Onto the back straight. Brad Verco back into second. They tangle. He'll wait for it. Comes back on through. Great driving, Brad. Careful there. We got second and third still battling it out onto the front straight. We're going to drag race for position. Dallas taking home P2. Brad in P3. Very gentleman driving out there. Little tag. Let him back on through. Battler back out to the line. Waiting on Finn Aiken to finish and we'll be all done. So everyone's done except for Finn Aiken. Oh, careful there, Marshall. Believe we might be all finished. All right, we are all done. Thank you, drivers. Thank you, marshals. The drivers' cars down straight out to Marshall, guys.
Jeffrey, Mackie, nice run there. I think fourth overall. Just tell us, what are you doing here at Off-Road?
I got lost on the way to an on-road track, so I'm not sure. And I bought a buggy. It's just a bit of fun. I've been to Castle Hill for a club day, and then this weekend I wasn't racing on-road, so I thought, why not have a bit of fun. I'm pretty slow, but it's a lot of fun, so I'm enjoying it, which is good.
What are you finding the most challenging difference between on-road and off-road?
The biggest thing, corners is okay, but obviously the big thing is jumps and controlling the car through the air. Sometimes I'm okay, but sometimes I'm jumping short, long, and then if you're starting to get a bit of a whip going, I'm not sure which way I'm meant to turn or whatever, but either way, it's really enjoyable, so I'm loving that.
On-road side, what events you got coming up?
So the winter champs are coming up, PDNR, so I should be there. The Nationals at Wayland for on-road electric is coming up, so I'll be there as well. Yeah, not showing that, only PDNR. But other than that, it's just those local events, I think, for the rest of the year. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, it's good to see you here having a play in off-road, mate. Good luck in the rest of the day.
Thank you, and I hope everyone has a lot of fun. Thanks.
"45 seconds to the start of the race. Muha.
Alrighty, drivers, onto the grids, guys. It's going to have to manually check a couple of guys in. Alright, so can I get Harrison Turner to check on in? Might not be here. Was that Harrison Turner? Yep, it was. Alright, so Harrison Turner, just check on it again. Yeah, okay.
Harrison Turner.
Alright, can I get Nick Aiken to check in, if you're up there?
Nick Aiken.
Can I get Glenn Welch to check in? Off sick, not a problem. Chad Donnelly, can I get you to check on in, please, sir? Look at that truck. Wow.
Lockie's dad.
Lockie's dad. And can I get Ray Wood to check on in, please?
Ray Wood.
Alrighty, so we have everyone checked in. So we'll get everyone onto their grids, please, guys. Yep. Alright, so just to let you guys know, you are going to be racing normally until finals, guys. We're not going to be messing you with that much until we get going. Looks like you guys will be messing with each other, though. Concerning. What is going on there? What he's doing? Alright, so we have Nick Aiken 3, Glenn Welch meant to be on 4, not here. Chad Donnelly in 5, and Ray Wood on 6. Alright guys, we're going racing on the sound of the tone. And we're off. Two-wheel drive, short course, buggy. Lockie's dad out there racing. Other names maybe Chad Donnelly. Chad making his way up to P2 already out there. Great move on turn 1 as well. Yeah. James Muha going for the big back double. All right, burger down. We are good to commentate. So Chad Donnelly in P2. James Muha trying to run away with the lead. I have been given full permission to give out penalties whenever I want as well. I think the odd drive-through might come into play. someone gets too much of a lead. Yeah, no apex, otherwise you have a penalty on your hands. So James Muha in the lead at the moment. Chad Donnelly, I think, get a round of applause out there. So might have hit that back double, I think. Gap between first and second last time was 2.6 seconds. If this spreads out anymore, we might need to see a penalty come into play. 3 seconds now between first and second. James is getting into that penalty territory. 2.5 down, drivers, 2.5 to go. After that, we got Harrison Turnage ticking off in P3. Nick Aiken not too far behind him. Another round of applause coming in for Chad Donnelly. From what I've heard, he's been... Oh, we got another victim to the cone of shame. So gap between first and second remains around that 3 second mark. Raywood getting out the way for your leader, James Muha. Chad Donnelly finding his rhythm out there by the looks of it. Fastest man out there is James. James going for a roll. Here comes Chad. Chad getting pressured into racing this. Oh, almost takes out the camera. Roy up on his wheels now. Away he goes. So Chad catching a bit of grass, taking a bit of water with him. It's cost him a fair few seconds. Still makes that back double clean. So 1 minute 15 left on the clock, drivers. 1:15 left on the clock. James into a comfortable lead once again. Chad Donnelly doing his best to try and reel him back on in. Definitely the best looking truck out there. We're making new trucks at the moment. Less than a minute on the clock, drivers. Less than a minute to go. "45 seconds, drivers. 45 seconds on the clock. Your leader, James Murray, he's checked out, gone. I think he needs a trip through the pit lane. I've been told he's pretty good at driving down the pit lane with 30 seconds on the clock. I think we should experience this. A pit lane trip for James Muha. Let's have a look at how he goes through the pits. Down the back straight, he goes down the straight, looking into the pits. Nice and clean down the straight. He's done that way too many times. Far too many pit lane maneuvers. Your leader, 10 seconds on the clock. Drivers, 10 seconds to go. Getting caught up with a bit of traffic here now. Chad just sneaks through for an extra lap. Drivers, cross the line. You will be finished. Cross the line, drivers. You will be done. James going for the outside of the track bar. Looks like he's going to do a lap around the grass. Oh, he's broken, is he? Oh, it's dead. Oh, no. See, the straight. The pit lane curse. That's all we need to do. Take it for a trip through pit lane. So we got Chad Donnelly. He's going to take the win. No bias in that at all, but Chad takes the win in heat number 1 for short course. James Wilhite out. Glenn Welch not competing in this one. So Harrison Turner will come home in P3. Nick Aiken P4. Raywood in P5.
It goes somewhere else.
Chad Donnelly, back after 5 years away from holding a transmitter, and you come out and win short course truck here at the Ryde Cup. Tell us a bit about that race.
Oh, that was nerve-wracking. No, it's actually, I was surprised myself. So, I think I did a lot better than I thought I would. I thought I'd be doing doughies every corner. So,
Actually, I asked Lockie quickly for a score out of 10 on how he rated your performance.
Yeah,
Did you try and guess what he gave you?
5?
Higher?
Really? 8?
Higher?
What? A 9.
Yeah, he gave you a 9.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Oh, here he is now.
Yeah.
I've got a few questions to ask.
Oh, do you?
How did the mechanic do on your car today?
You suck. It needs more mid-corner rear grip.
Okay, I'll think about that and I'll go. But, you know, you did seem to be a bit nervous. Did the nerves get you that race?
They did. Towards the end, I was shaking.
I think you might need to improve on that for next race.
Okay.
Otherwise, James is just going to lap you, so you better, yeah. So you're going to have to get that together.
Okay, I'll sort it. I promise. I promise, mate. I'll get it sorted.
Very good. Thank you.
Thanks, Tony.
Thanks, guys.
One will now start at the reverse of the grid. Followed through for two will be second last. So Ben Panic will be starting from first. Steve Toomer in second. Will Bryan third. Nick Poole fourth. So on and so forth. I'll call it through once you guys check through, guys. We're still looking for marshals out there. Tour drive short course, guys. And we'll need some volunteers, please. A couple volunteers would be great.
1 minute to the start of the race.
So get a couple more volunteers,
Jimmy
guys. We're starting to look a lot better now. So a couple more
45
volunteers,
seconds to the
please,
start of the
guys.
race.
Still looking
Brad
also
Berger.
for Steve Toomer to check in, Lockie Williams, and Noah Carter.
Carter.
Yeah, no rush, Steve. We got ya. Believe we have our marshals in position now as well.
Williams.
All right, Steve, when you're ready, we'll get you to crossover loop and you can do a lap as well. Oh, good, mate. If you want to go do a lap, you're more than welcome. Get those tyres nice and warm.
Steve Toomer.
All right, so running order drivers will be Ben Panic in 1, Steve Toomer in 2, Will Bryan in 3, Nick Poole in 4, Jimmy Kay in 5, Lockie Williams in 6, Noah Carter in 7, Brad Verco in 8, John Philpott in 9, and Ari Barclay in 10. So reverse of qualifying order drivers, not reverse finishing order, reverse qualifying order. Alrighty, drivers, can we just fix that car up just on, I think, position 7? And we will be good to go. Alrighty, drivers. We are going racing on the sound of the tone. Off and running, away we go. Bit of chaos on the starting grid there. Looks like we had a slow starter, but we got Ben Panic, your leader in this one. Through to the lead now. Let's have a look as they come back around. So Ari taking a win in this last one. Looks like we got John Philpott from position 9. As I say, that goes for a roll. Ari Barclay into the lead from the back of the grid. What a start for both John Philpott and Ari Barclay. John officially leading out the first lap, but Ari to the lead. Noah Carter up in P3 at the moment out there. Ben Panic down to P4. Jimmy Kay in P5. Lockie Williams P6. Will Bryan in P7. Steve Toomer position 8. Brad Verco in position 9. And Nick Poole in 10th. Code of Shame collecting another victim out there by the looks of it. Caution in the middle. Marshall in the middle. All right, so our leader coming down the front straight now is Ari Barkler, putting down a hot lap before, 23.4. John Philpott at 24.4 that lap time around. Collects the comb to shame by the looks of it, though. For anyone that doesn't know, John decided to shave his beard off last night. He's lost all of his speed with it. Told it to me myself. 3 minutes 20 to go. Drivers 3:20 left on the clock. .23 from your leader, Ari Barkler, that last time around. Still finding pace out there. Battle going on between 3rd, 4th and 5th. Ben Panic, Noah Carter and Lockie Williams. Catch up with those three. So Ben Panic going around the corner double now. Lockie Williams trying to catch back up down the back straight. That is a battle to watch going through the chicane now. Into the short chute. Ben Panic coming under pressure from Lockie Williams. Down onto the front straight they go. Ben Panic under all kinds of pressure from the young charging Lockie Williams at 25.3 for Lockie Williams at 27.3. But Ben Panic, Lockie Williams up the inside, gets the job done. Ben Panic gonna look away. I couldn't quite get back onto the tail of him so far. Into the short chute they go. Brad Verco trying to make his way back into this battle as well. He's down the order just a little bit at the moment. So Lockie Williams up to P3 now, putting his hot lap in as well. 24.6 for him. Ari Barkler, 23 flat. Man on a mission out there. Going around the corner double now is your leader. Onto the back straight. Going to put a lap on the field again. Looks like it for Ari. Gets past Ben Panic. Down the front straight goes your leader. Lockie Williams to be his next victim. Lockie currently sitting in P3. Goes a little bit wide. Lets Ari on through. That's the way to do it. Ben Panic going for a quick rotation now. They're losing sight a little bit of Lockie Williams. John Philpott, P2. He's got plenty of room in front and behind him. Not so much on track, but at least on the timing slot. Bit of chaos before the front straight, guys. Careful for the front straight. That's all clear. Ari Barker, previous lap of 22.7. Looks like he just missed the loop that time around. I'll fix that one up, though. As Ari comes back around. Coming down the front straight now will be your leader. Caution on the back straight. Cone of Shame claims another victim. So Ari back into lead on the timing slot now. Ari putting in another 23 flat, has a 12.5 second lead back to second place. No real battles on track, so fastest man on track is Ari with a 22.733. Second fastest after that, we got John Philpott, 24 flat, 24.5 for Lockie Williams, 26.1 for Ben Panic, 26 flat for Noah Carter. That is your top five. Ari, John, Lockie Williams, Ben Panic, Noah Carter. New hot lap of the race, a 22.640 for Ari Barkler. 5 seconds, drivers. Cross the line, drivers. You are finished. Ben Panic, John Philpott, you are done. Cross the line, you will be done. So Ari Barkler coming down the front straight to take the win from the back of the field. Does it with ease as well. Lockie Williams coming home strong in P3. Ben Panic in P4. Great run for him. Puts his hot lap in last time around as well. 25.7. We are just waiting on Will Bryan and we'll be all done. We are all done. Thank you, drivers. Thank you, marshals. Drivers, cars down. Straight back out to Marshall, please, guys. Cars down, straight out to Marshall.